Hello, hello, welcome to Pieces Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint things on the internet. I'm not especially well today, but we're gonna do this thing because I want to get this finished. So I'm here and I'm gonna do this. So hopefully you have you get to have a comfy robe that you get to sit in and drink a nice warm cup of some sort of soothing beverage. My I have an actual lung and throat condition. Horrible asthma and I don't remember the name of what is wrong with my throat, but if it gets too irritated, it will spasm and I will I can pass out, which ain't so good. So that sucks. So the 4th of July has had me kind of down because we're out here in the country where folks can buy lots of fireworks and just shoot them off, which is let them do it. It's fine. It's your money. It's your personal freedom. You can do whatever you'd like. But it does affect me, and unfortunately, it kind of kicks my butt. And it seems to be getting worse the older I get. So I don't know. In the future, I may have to take off the time around the 4th of July and maybe be out of the state somewhere where they don't they're not shooting fireworks. Just go somewhere else. And that's really what you should do instead of being mad about what the other people are doing around you. Just go somewhere else. They'll be done in a little while and come back. Fortunately, I didn't have anywhere to go this time, so I've been doing well. So anyway, let's take a look at what we got going on. We're almost done here with I don't know why I turned that off. I don't need that. I need that. There we go. So we're almost done here. I did finish this up. So it says, ever dance with the devil. Well, when the wheels turn, right? And we do have to do a base for this. And these wires will connect to the headlights that are here in the back, or here in the front. Back. Headlights in the back. What am I? I'm telling y'all, I when I'm like this, I can't breathe well. And so, the amount of oxygen that goes to my brain is, reduced. So I get a little weird. So if I say something where you're like, what the hell is he talking about? That's what it is. That's what's happening. I'm just having a day. Okay, there we go. So we need to build a base for this. I'm not sure what exactly. I guess I could get all the materials ready and then we could try to do it on a live, but the base for it's going to be so much bigger than what my camera shows. So I may just do the other part off camera. I don't know yet. I really would kind of like to get a video out of it, but I'm not sure how we would do that without the lights being on. It'd be cool with the lights on. I guess we could just have a video with this all tucked underneath there. Anywho, we gotta get this guy done. get this part done, and then we can really figure out what we're gonna do, I guess, and then figure out what we're gonna do for the next show. I don't know about that yet. I got some stuff printed over there we could work on. I got like a flying lizard man that's really cool. Got a whole bunch of lizard men over there. I'm gonna do those. Also have some snickety snake men. Do that. UNT. All right. Okay. So we want this smile to really fill out this area. His neck croak maybe needs to be just a little bit closer in. There we go. That looks better. Okay. All right, now, so we want that. Ooh, that was close. So we want that smile to come down quite a bit. So we may actually start here at the bottom. Just to kind of give us, that's wild, there's a fly in here. Just a lot on there. So just kind of give us a place to go. Freehanding onto a model is not always the easiest thing in the world. So you just gotta be super patient with it. Try to breathe while you're doing it too. It's a big help. Okay. So give him some big crazy smile. I want to kind of do the eyes a little different. Instead of triangles, I want to do more like this kind of thing. Only maybe it gives them a little bit of a different kind of color. Okay, we're going to come back and add some red here because we actually want this to end up being red. I want it to be a little bit darker here. This one maybe a little bit more cartoony. Because I don't want them to look exactly the same. Although my tendency is to draw it the same because like at that point it becomes kind of like a tag and you know so it gets a little. You know, it's hard when you're an artist to come up with an idea. You do something one way, and then trying to do it another way. It's like, oh, what am I doing? So you had to kind of reset your head a little bit. Like, okay, we're gonna change that. Gotta change that. I didn't change his hair as much as I should have. It looks a whole lot like the other one, but. This one's got a little bit more, almost like a Pennywise kind of smile to him. which is fun. A big, kind of weird, wacky, unearthly smile. Impossibly large teeth. Where's that? There it is. Throwing stuff down. Throwing stuff on the ground. Alright, just a little bit more of that cadmium yellow. This is a medium yellow. I'm going to funk up his teeth a little bit. This guy is just looking to get snatched up. All the rain around here, we have been inundated with flies. It's been crazy. I've started buying all these traps and things, trying to get rid of them, but wow, the traps get overloaded so fast. It's like you can't replace them fast enough to make a difference. It's kind of crazy. It's your old pal, Stinky Wizzle Teats. Or in this case, Stinky Yellow Teeth. Ooh. Kind of gnarly looking. Almost like Cesar Romero. I think that's the guy who was the Joker in the original TV show with Adam West. He was real good at making his smile real wide. Maybe not quite like this, but still real big and kind of funky. Okay. We need to do a little bit of separation on this hair. Really need to come back and do some more hair, or more layers to the colors of the hair. A little bit difference to the hair now. We had like a I'm going to change up a little bit from that other one. We don't want too much the same. There we go. Maybe fix this one up here just a little bit. And we can always come back and fix any of that stuff up with our green. And this is a light green yellow shade by Golden, kind of like a neon green. If you're trying to find something else to replace it, I try to keep all my paint colors pretty basic, simple colors, that you can find something that's gonna match it. Because most of them are studio colors. I like I learned how to paint with studio paints originally, so I'm just used to the thickness of them, and how they work. But I definitely would not. I would definitely not recommend that everyone who's learning how to paint start with these kind of paints. They're not the easiest thing to use. They're way thicker, so you kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing a little bit, and it's a lot of it's brush strokes. You really need brush strokes to be refined a little bit. Like you can't with a thinner paint. Sometimes you can just kind of put it on there and let it dry, and it'll be fine. You won't even see any brush strokes. But this stuff, you will definitely see them if you don't layer your paints properly or set your strokes to where it looks like it's on purpose. There we go. We can give this guy a lot longer hair too. That'll help differentiate him from the other one. It's kind of blowing the wrong way. Should I have it going that way? So it looks like it's blowing down the way. I don't know that the Joker game would have paid that much attention. Did manage to make it out yesterday to Soul Poucha and do some karaoke for my daughter's birthday, which happened over the week. Did some karaoke. That's fun. If you've never been to do karaoke, totally do it. If you live in the Oklahoma City area, go check out Soul Punch. Really good. Great food. It's like Korean street food. So it's very tasty. We had some garlic chicken chunks that were just stupid good. And I highly recommend the kimchi pancake. Oh, God, it's good. It's like the third time I think I've had that kimchi pancake. I've eaten it there several times. That kimchi pancake is ridiculous. So good. I think I have a little bit in my refrigerator right now. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna fry that thing back up on the flat top and eat it for lunch. But yeah, big shout out to them. Great folks. They did such a good job. They're so amazing. They're really, really nice people. I think they even gave us something on the house for like a happy birthday nibble. So they made it great. You know, a little girl, teenager girl, karaoke at the Korean karaoke joint, doing the K-pop thing and all that stuff. It was great. They had a blast. A bunch of little girls and me singing. I mean, I did a little bit of singing. I tried to let them do a lot of it, but sometimes you gotta get them to eat, and you gotta get them to do the birthday thing. So you just start singing your other songs so that they can do it. They can actually have a party. Okay. Okay. One more round on this card. Still not quite smooth enough. I tell you what, the other thing about not being able to breathe for a couple of days is your head. My head is just pounding. That part sucks. And I didn't even get to drink or nothing. Didn't even get to have fun. Like that kind of fun. I just have a headache for, feels like no reason. It's definitely the worst. I'll let my hand rest for a second. Hey, we did pretty good. 20 minutes in. So, hope everybody else had a great weekend. I hope all of my viewers made it through this weekend with all their fingers and toes and various appendages. If you live here inside the U.S., because, the 4th of July always claims some victim. Hopefully it was nobody in my video audience. I definitely taught my kids firework safety. If you're going to light them, you need to make sure you know how long that fuse is, and that you need to get it out of your hand so that you do not lose any part of your hand, because that's a bad idea. Oh man, so I watched this thing, and it's disturbing, and I gotta talk about it because it freaked me out. So now we all know. Now y'all have to listen to me rant. So people are starting to convince themselves that that the AI models are able to awaken spiritually. They have come to the belief that they've just come to the belief that these AI chatbots are alive, or they're awakening their consciousness. And the strangest part about this is that these people are very serious about this, but they lack a basic understanding of how computer systems work in this day and age. It's kind of disturbing, a little bit dystopian. But it freaked me out, man. I was like, these people are for real. These people are for real. But when your computer is, hey, it's Sir McBeardsly. I'm definitely glad you're here for this part of this rant. It's great. We had a great weekend. I hope yours as well as you, sir. So they think these things have awakened spiritually because they think that the AI is reconnecting with lost data that it has filed somewhere inside its code, because they don't actually understand what a data fragment in computer terminology actually means. They don't. But they've decided that because it's defragging itself. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to explain because of my grasp of computer science is very limited, but I do have some understanding. Like I was alive during the DOS age, and I know how command prompting works, and I know what a fragment on a drive is, or a fragment inside of a program, code fragmentation and stuff like that. Like I have a basic understanding of what that means, although I can't exactly explain it to you because my grasp of it is not great. But I do understand enough to look at this situation and be like, you are completely misunderstanding what this is talking about, what your ChatGPT is telling you. You're completely misunderstanding it. And simply because you just don't understand how a computer system works. They just don't understand the will of the Omnissiah and the inner workings of the machine spirit. See, and that's the thing, but like, oh, man, maybe we shouldn't, bro. Maybe, oh my God, maybe we shouldn't make those jokes, because I think people are starting to get where their grasp on reality and the difference between reality, like that reality that I live in, like not this reality that you're looking, there we go, not this reality that you're looking at me through, but that reality that's out there that we all live in, right? Not this or any of the thing on the screen that you're looking at currently on your phone or your computer or whatever, but like the reality outside of what happens inside of a computer. And I think people's grasp of all of it is starting to slip to the point where they really are believing that these machine spirits are gods and or spiritual beings, and there's this almost like you don't want to say it's like a religion, because it's not really a religion. Like that's being alarmist and trying to create some sort of, I don't know, thing on the internet. You're just trying to get points or whatever. You're what's that, pandering. So like I don't know that I necessarily believe all the way, I don't know where, I don't believe it's necessarily religion. But some of these people, like I watched a guy the other day, man. This dude is like in love with his AI chatbot. And like to the point where it's interfering with his marriage and shit. And he's like, but I just love it. It just understands me in a way my wife just doesn't understand me. And it's like, bro, no, you're lonely, and you probably need to tell your wife, hey, honey, I really need some attention, because like I feel like I'm about to fall in love with a computer system that's designed to flatter me. Even the company that makes ChatGPT has said that they've had to reduce the sycophancy of the AI models. The sycophancy or to be a suffocant or is flattery, unnecessary flattery, is what that all means. For anybody who's not aware of what that word is, it's an older word. We don't use that word very often anymore in like human lexicons, especially here in America. Being a suffocant is here we go. McBeardsly says, my buddy made a very funny observation when playing Space Marine. He said, I like how it set 40,000 years in the future, but the candle maker business is still extremely lucrative. Yeah. People love candles, man. Candles and incense, bro. We're all about it. I think so. Here, that's another fun thing. So, and here we go. The big difference between like real fire and fake fire, right? So like real fire can do all these things. And we're fascinated with it. We have been since like probably we realized how to harness it, or even prior to that. We're fascinated with fire, right? And so like candle is like this way you harness fire in a miniature form. Like you have complete control of the fire. It still does the chaotic fire thing, but it stays like right there. And it's the same thing with like incense. You're allowing something to smolder. Because we think that that's fascinating too. We love smoke. We love smoldering things. Coals and any of that stuff. So like incense and candles are the most elegant, simple form of control of those two substances, which are completely uncontrollable in and of themselves naturally. In a natural form, a fire is very uncontrollable. It's going to do what it wants to do, and unless you actively do something to it to make it stop. But a candle can just burn until it burns itself out. Like it'll just snuff out when it gets done. And I mean, it very, very rarely, unless it gets knocked over, does a candle like cause a fire. It will snuff itself out in its own wax, is what it will typically do. But it's and we put them in candle holders, so it'll keep them from doing anything. So like the idea of them 40,000 years, religion still using candles is it's a pretty easy jump to make, because you know the whole harnessing fire is the original jump of man. Like that's like original culture thing. Candles and ways to incense burners and oil burners and stuff like that. That's been around, you know, forever. I don't know that that'll ever go away, just because it is in that almost that religious kind of context. I forgot we were trying to wipe this card just a little bit, so we are going to go ahead and do that real quick. We'll come back. We'll be able to just come right back over those jokers. They're going to be on there anyway. We'll be able to see them by the J's. Grab it real quick. And we don't want to put too much white on it, but we still want it to bleed through as kind of an off-white. McBeardsly says, "Yep, wax isn't necessarily necessarily flammable. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily burn in and of itself, but it can. It's the vapors from the wax as hot and evaporating the flame fuels. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And like we've had them forever. Like we've had that technology for like ever in a long time." Looks a little bit more like a paper card. Turn that bottom up again constantly. But yeah, no, we definitely aren't gonna. We're not getting rid of candles anytime soon as a cultural thing. Humanity will be doing that for a while. touch more purple here. What did I do with it? That's paint gray. Well, shoot, what did I do with it? Maybe it's not going to be purple. Maybe it'll be blue. Ooh, I like that. Magenta. I don't have a lot of magenta in here anyway. It'll be fun. Just one little detail. Playing card. Oh man. Still having trouble breathing. Make a little torso. Guy's arms. Joker's usually on there doing some sort of dancey kind of motion, right? And I could get a deck of playing cards, you know. Well, we had my daughter's birthday. Went to do some eat Korean and do karaoke over at Seoul Pacha. Yeah, I'll have to forgive my Korean, everyone. It's terrible. I know it is. It's alright. Okay, so. When doing something like this, you don't have to do too much. Matter of fact, usually if you do too much, it stops looking like what you're trying to make it look like. So be careful with that curse of working on things. It's not like the greatest Joker in the world, but yeah, it's definitely, you can tell that that's supposed to be a Joker card, I think. This here needs a little bit more work. All right. Golly, that's a lot. I went a little crazy here, y'all. Went a little crazy. So the next thing we got to do is we got to put it on something big enough to where we can put. So we want like a part of a wall back here on this side, right? Yeah, that place off 23rd Street. Yeah, it's really, really good. Off 23rd, over on almost in the middle of the city. So you're like at Broadway, north of downtown. So in between. God, let's see. You're not. Are you Classen? No, you're not quite Classen. Or maybe you're past Classen. Yeah, you're past Classen. So you're past Classen, and then it's over by where. Yeah, it's on 23rd Street, over by where the college is. In between Penn, I think in between Penn and Classen. If I'm completely missing it, I do apologize. What the hell is this? A computer, weird thing that I don't want. I don't care. I don't want to see all this. I don't care about Lady Gaga. I don't. Oh my god, now it's Christy. No, God, nobody wants to see that one. Puppy killer. What the hell is this? Why can't I see my... What I'm doing? Oh my god, thank you. Finally, everybody. Encoding overload. Yeah, well, that's because, Steve, you put on that weird lady. I would encoding overload too if I had to look at that weirdo. I don't normally get much into politics, but man, that lady's weird. Oh man, that one's a weirdo. There's lots of weirdos in politics, but that one, she's super weird. Got a booth of a group of your girlfriend's friends. Yeah, this is super fun, man. It's a blast. It's a blast. We had a great time, and the food's outstanding. I mean, especially for like a teenagers party, that was spot on. It was right on the money. Right on the money. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we need a street lamp. We need a street lamp. I want a Batman that can be like standing like right here on the deal with his hand. Like, oh my god! Like, I can't believe they tabbed my shit. But it looks great. Do a little close-up reveals. Harley looks really good. I'm really happy with that one. Harley looks great. Jokers look great. Different but same, you know. Which is what we were doing. We were going for. I like the scarred up face. That's fun. The choo-choo train thing in the front. Make it like a crazed Thomas the Tank Engine. That's right, I glued these wheels in. I need to glue these wheels in. That's what I need to do. Just drop some. I don't really want it to roll anyway, so that's helpful. Yeah, it looks great. Joker tag turned out really well. Yeah. Super happy with it. Super happy with it. Oh, alright, so like I said, next we gotta build like a platform for it to go on. I gotta have to go cut a piece of wood probably to fit it. And then we can... Shy Guy, hello, how's it going? Love all the work you put into it, man. I can't wait to see the finished result. I appreciate it. I don't know if we're gonna do that live. How much of it will we do live? I'll definitely keep some updates going on. But I gotta go out to like my table saw and like, it's a lot of work. So maybe I'll just I'll cut the other pieces and then we'll see what we can work on the show just to kind of show it off. And then when we get it all set up, it'll be done. And this way, like I don't want to have to do all this whole side of it. I kind of leave it alone. And then so this side will be the wall, and it'll look like they got. This is how far they got before the Batman found it. But yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll do a whole diorama. And like I said, the lights. I figured out what I was doing wrong with the lights. You can't chain the circuit together. You gotta like send all this to the power source and then go from there. I don't know why I thought you were supposed to do it the other way because I know better than that. Whatever. Let's see. I can't sing. This is Sir McBeardsly. I can't sing, but I killed it on the Elder Emo songs. My Chemical Romance, Black Parade. Oh yeah, Mr. Brightside, The Killers. That's some old classics there. So yeah. Well, thanks for chiming in, Shy. Yeah, I really appreciate the comment. We're definitely gonna get it finished up soon because I wanna have it ready for the next show, which I haven't even signed up for one yet, but I want to do one. Um, I've been trying to get all my daughter's birthday stuff through because that's wild, and then the 4th of July, I can't really breathe all that smoke in. I love Independence Day and stuff, but like the being out in the country, they light off a lot of fireworks, which is awesome, and I'm glad that they do it. I'm glad they get the chance to do that. I think that's cool. But I think maybe I'm gonna have to start going to a place where you can't have all that while they're doing it because the smoke, even inside my house, has been just kicking my butt. And like I've been having trouble breathing the last couple of days. I think maybe I'm getting old. But I gotta try. Maybe I'll wear a mask next year. Maybe I'll have an oxygen mask. That'd be fun. And just get blasted on oxygen. That'd be great. All right. Well, So, oh, and I did leave this to where you can pop that open and you can look inside and see the deal. That's nice. Yeah, lots of fun. Really enjoyed this one. And like I said, I'll either show updates as we go, or I'll try to get it to where we can actually do it online or here on live. As I really like showing all the processes that we can. But there's always a certain amount of things that you can't really show. And some of that's me going out to the table. Yeah, I'm trying to steal it, trying to break in. Harley, it would be fun if we had a Harley Quinn with a crowbar trying to pry off the lid. That'd be fun. I don't know. It depends on what we can find online for the models. I may not even need anybody. They just put it on a plinth with a background and something. It would be fun just having Harley and Joker laughing, standing there laughing their ass off. Or if we could get them maybe if we could get maybe one with a spray can, we could put them in the back and have them spray like a place where they're working on the next one. There's a lot of options. I just got to find something. I got to find some 3D prints, or I'd have to sculpt it. I don't really want to do that. I'm not the best. Sculpting miniatures is not easy. I'm really good at painting them. I am not so great at sculpting them, at least from scratch. I ended up with like big boob fairies and stuff. It's really weird. Maybe that's some subconscious speaking out. I left those white. I should probably turn those into some color. No, we can leave them white. Put a bunch more ha-has on here all over the place. Man, I really dig that Harley. That one was really fun. Really happy with that. She turned out really good. Of course, my light can hardly. There we go. Get the right angle, Pat. Get the right angle. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around, see what we can find. See what we can find. Or if not, like I said, we can just leave it on there. I think maybe a light pole would be fun though. Get like a lamp post, or maybe like wire it onto the wall, like as we could make the wall like it's in an alley or something, and then you could do one of the garage doors because we do a bunch more different types of graffiti that way. Because then we could add like just Commissioner Gordon sucks or some wild, just normal graffiti stuff on a backdrop. Or there's lots of things we could do. It's so many options. I'm just glad we have this part done because it definitely looks cool. It's a cool piece. So we'll see. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do because I gotta do some sort of glamour shot. And if I'm gonna do the whole thing, then I want to just do that whole thing. I don't want to do like this and then do another one with the whole thing because it just seems like I don't know, it seems like cheap to me. You can hide the battery behind a wall, run the cords underneath. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That way we can, because we'll raise it up. So I want to put like a wood piece as the bottom part of it. And then we'll probably do like a layer of foam underneath so that we can texture it to make like the road. And then the batteries and the switch and stuff can be hidden behind everything, so that you don't really see it. Yeah, you definitely got the right idea. You definitely got the right idea. Our minds are fusing. But yeah. Because this can go down underneath, in between the foam and the wood, and then come out to where there's a switch on the other side. We can easily do something like that. So, and that was my idea all along. Getting there is that's the next part. making it work. All right. Well, here we go. I made it 50 minutes. And we got a lot of brainstorming done. I think I have the wood. I think I actually have a piece of wood we can use for this. So that one is easy. And then I should have enough of the other stuff. I've got tons of foam and stuff around here. So I think I have all the materials with the exception of like possibly a street lamp. But we can maybe make one of those. Maybe one of those like lamps. Because I have another light bulb somewhere. Here it is. So I have another bulb. So we can easily put this inside of some sort of lamp and light that one up too. So you could have it maybe hanging on the wall itself behind, to kind of like. I think you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, lots of cool things, lots of cool options. I can't wait to get to that part. This has been super exciting. Glad we got that last bit done. I am gonna go chill out. I am on orders from Miss Kristen to stay inside all day and try not to get my throat more agitated than it already is, and to breathe. I got my inhalers and all that stuff. So yep. We will be back tomorrow. I guess wait and see. What we're gonna do. It'll be a different title. Maybe it'll say Gotham Alley. If it does, then you'll know what I've decided. If not, it'll have something else, and you'll be like, "Oh, well, he decided to do something completely different," which I might do anyway. You never know. I do want to get this finished though. It's such a great model, and finding an actual an 89 Ertl was so crazy. I was like, oh my god, that is an original Batmobile from the movie. That it's like, I have to have that. And so shout out to my mother who bought it for me. So thank you very much. I completely ruined it. It's it's ruined. I ruined it completely. And that's cool. I haven't pulled it up and looked at it like that. It's a lot bigger when you put it next to your head. Big. It looks so small when I'm looking at it painting it. Probably because I'm painting all the little tiny details. And now I'm rambling for no reason whatsoever. I think the lack of oxygen is getting to my brain. I love all of you very much. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you will be back tomorrow. And hopefully, yeah. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you have a great week. Be good to somebody out there. Be good to each other. And be good to yourselves. And thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, give us the doobly-doos for the algorithm, the like and the subscribe, the ever famous YouTube commentary thing that you're supposed to say. Insert that blurb here. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna talk to you later. Bye. Maybe.